Hey guys, it's been about 2 years probably since the last time I made a video on here. And before I get started, I just want to say thank you to those of you that have supported me from the very first video to let me know that I'm not alone in these struggles. And I truly believe that it is because of the love and support and just knowing that I'm not alone that I was able to get through those really dark days of my life. You know, when I posted that first video, the one with like the signs I held up, I was at an ultimate low. I was so depressed and I just felt like there was absolutely nothing that I could do, that it was just totally out of my control. You know, the pain was so bad that it hurt just to have fabric touching my skin. It was just overwhelming. And I continued to live like that for the majority of the last 2 years. It wasn't until recently that I found something that actually did seem to help some of my symptoms. Like I do feel a lot better now than I did 2 years ago when I made that video. So basically about 6 months ago, I started with a new therapist. I wanted to just get some help dealing with some of these other things in my life. And I didn't really plan on fibromyalgia being one of the focal points of our conversations. But that's pretty much what it turned into, because all of the other things that I wanted to work on basically led back to this fact that I have fibromyalgia and felt limited in my ability to do things and achieve goals because of it. So my therapist, he kept suggesting that I should try to change some of my eating behavior and incorporate exercise into my lifestyle. And yeah, I just wasn't having it. You know, I think it's safe to say that I am not the only person with fibromyalgia that just wants to scream anytime someone recommends diet and exercise, because it just seems like, for me anyway, when someone would tell me that, oh, you know, exercise will make you feel so much better, it was like, what part of what I just said do you not understand? Like, I am not a normal, healthy person. I don't respond to exercise the way that you do. I hurt very, very easily. And why would I subject myself to that kind of torture? And then as far as the diet goes, you know, I felt like food was one of the few things that I could still enjoy in life. And why in the world would I deprive myself of that, you know? So that was the attitude I had, and that's what I told my therapist, along with everybody else that tried to tell me to do that. So he was really nice. You know, he didn't push me, but he did continue to bring up the fact that he had a friend that was a personal trainer. And eventually I just said, you know what? I really don't have anything else to lose. I mean, it got to the point where I was falling back into that depression that I had 2 years ago. Like, not that it ever really lifted that much, but I was getting to that point again where I was just like, you know, my kids are growing up without me. I am not being the wife that I want to be. I'm not being the mother I want to be. I'm not living the life that I want to live. And so I decided, like, I will give this a shot. And if for nothing else, I could at least go back to my therapist and tell him I tried and it didn't work. Let's move on. So my first session with the personal trainer basically consisted of me telling him everything that I could never do. And then from that point, we just started slow with some real low-key exercises. I mean, and even now, like, what I'm doing is the exercises are very, very mild compared to like what a probably normal, healthy exercise or person that exercises. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sure that a normal, healthy person probably wouldn't even break a sweat if they did the things that I've been doing to exercise. But it's been enough for me, and that's really what matters here, right? This personal trainer had experience with other patients that had fibromyalgia, which was a plus to me. He seemed to really have an understanding. I didn't feel like I had to constantly tell him, like, you're not getting me. It seemed like he really did understand and was trying to help me. It was slow going. The first week was excruciating. I hated it. And had I not paid for 10 sessions up front, I wouldn't have stuck with it. The second week, I woke up sore every day. And it was like right in the chest area and armpits, behind the legs, all that fun stuff. And at first it was really, really just like, are you kidding me? Why? I got more pain on top of blah, you know? But then the thought occurred to me like, wow, when I wake up, the first thing I think of is, wow, I'm sore from working out, not another fibro day, you know? And so to me, that was a plus because, I would much rather be sore from working out the day before than to be sore because of fibro. So I got more, motivated and serious about it the second week. And that's when I really started changing some things in my diet. The first major thing being that I really cut back on soda. Basically, when we figured out what my calorie intake per day should be, I discovered that I was drinking that amount of calories per day in just soda alone, which is just crazy. But I discovered like that it is very easy to eat a lot of calories and not to even be aware of it. So, I've never been one of those people that could lose weight unless you're, talking about right after having a baby or whatever, weight has never come up. I've never even lost 5 pounds in my life. Now, I've never been like morbidly obese or anything, but for the last 4 years or so, I could stand to lose some weight. And I always felt like if I could lose a little bit of weight, I would probably feel a little bit better, So I really gave it my all come the second week. I started, changing some things in my diet. I tried to stay right at my calorie goal. And I started educating myself on nutrition. I would take the things my personal trainer taught me, and then I would also Google more information and just read up on nutrition. And I got to the point eventually, I think it took, the first whole month before I realized that, I wasn't craving the things that I normally craved because I now had an understanding of what those things were doing to my body and what that meant for my health. And so really, I don't deprive myself of anything that I really want. It's really for me just about making sure I stay at my calories and reading up and educating myself so that I can combat the cravings. Because if I know what this particular food is going to do to me, then I'm not going to want to do it because I have, irritable bowel syndrome and fibromyalgia, which are both, things that can be brought on by just, eating something that doesn't agree with you, So I, by the fourth week, I was ready to pay him again for 10 more sessions, and I was really excited. This was something that I was ready to commit to. It took the full month, but I was like, yes, this is working for me. It is helping. I was still having the fibromyalgia pain, but I was getting stronger, and it was easier for me to combat that pain. I've only been doing this for a little while. This has not been like an ongoing, few year thing. It's only been a few months. So the first month I lost 12 pounds, which is incredible. And that's mostly probably because of the soda, that I cut out. And it's really not even about the weight loss. Like, I don't even want to focus on that right now because, we're all going to lose weight differently. I was definitely one of those people that did not lose weight easily. And so I think that does offer hope to other people that feel that same way. But it's not even about losing weight for me. I would love to, but really what this is about is how I feel, and I feel so much better than I did the day that I started this lifestyle change. This isn't a diet. This is a lifestyle change. And, I really believe that it's only going to get better from here. And that's not to say that I've been fibro free, and all that, because that's probably not ever going to happen for me. I'm always going to have fibromyalgia, but I just feel like I am in more control of it now. Like, it's not controlling me anymore. If I want to do something, I can do it and I will do it. And I'm not going to let it, get me down anymore. And I feel like that strength has come from, my relationship with God. I know not all of you believe in God, and that's fine. But it's also come from hard work and dedication to changing my lifestyle and being proud of myself, because that's something that I think a lot of us with fibromyalgia and chronic pain and conditions seem to lack, is we aren't proud of ourselves anymore, because we get so used to saying and feeling like we just aren't good enough. You know, so to do something that was bettering myself, that I could be proud of, that I could, you know, I could take responsibility for that. That was me. I did that. It was good, and it really motivated me. So I don't want to just keep talking about, you know, diet and exercise, because I know that this is a far-fetched idea for the majority of you. It took a long time before I ever even decided to give it a shot. And there's a chance that, you know, if you do decide to give it a shot, it won't work for you. Like I'm not you. I don't know. But I still have hope that even if your answers aren't found in diet and exercise, that you can hold on to the idea of hope, and that things can get better for you. Because I'm here to tell you that 2 years ago, I was convinced that life was not getting better for me. You know, and I just feel like I've come so far since then. So my message to you guys is to just, you know, keep the faith and don't stop believing in yourself. There's a lot of naysayers out there. There's a lot of people that want to tell you that your illness is fake, or that you're just not trying hard enough, or that you're just lazy. You want to live off of welfare and disability, and you just don't want to work, and, you know, all these other things. I've heard it all, okay? And you've just got to remind yourself that those people have no idea what you are going through. And, you know, I focused too much on what other people thought, and trying to, you know, prove my illness to those people. But for what? I mean, that didn't benefit me in any way. And ultimately, the people that deserve to be in your life are the people that are going to love you unconditionally, and the people that are going to support you, despite the fact that they could never understand what you're going through. You know, so anyway, I just really hope and pray that you guys can just find some positive in your life and hold on to it, you know, instead of focusing about all of the bad things. Just look within yourself. Tell yourself the things that you're good at, you know. Are you a mom? If you are, your kid loves you so much, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to them the things that you can't do, because what you can do and what you are doing is good enough. That's what matters. Okay? I am just so emotional all the time anymore. But it's not sadness. It's joy, because I feel like a miracle is happening in my life, and I feel like there's no reason why it can't happen in yours too. And you know, I for a long time would pray, and I just would beg to be healed, and you know, I know what it's like, and I can't tell you why, you know, why we have fibromyalgia. I don't know, you know, but all I can tell you is to have hope, you know. Don't give up. Don't give up. I love you guys. I really do. God bless.